Okay, so in next 7 days, we are going to start Agentic AI. So my whole purpose for next 7 days is what? To start with very basic with Python, because I know that majority of you don't know Python. So I will give you very in today and tomorrow in two classes. I will set the foundation first. Okay, I will start with the Python, and again in 2 days I cannot claim that you become very good at Python. Okay, nobody can become good at Python in just 2 days, but in just 2 days I just want to give you idea that what is Python, how to write simple code, and how to solve some problem. Okay, and how we can use Python in agentic, in LLM, calling the LLM like ChatGPT, this old model. Okay, so I'm going to teach you Python only for that perspective, so that you should be able to use something. Okay, don't expect that in two days you will become very good or become expert. Okay, so what I'm going to cover, let me show the my plan that in next 7 days how the things will go. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen, and I hope my screen should be visible. So this is my plan for next 7 days. Okay. So the plan is I will give 2 days, today and tomorrow, on Python. So these are some topics which I'm going to cover in Python, which is very foundation and very I would say essential. Okay, you cannot ignore this topic. But apart from this topic, there are multiple topics which I'm not covering. For example, OOPS concept, class concept, inheritance concept, exception handling. There are a lot of things there, okay, which I'm not covering. But this much is required to get us started or to build something calling the LLM something. Okay, so I will cover in Python in next 2 days about what is data type, what is conditional statement, what is range, what is loop, what is a list, tuple, dictionary, set, function, how to write function, and the lambda function. So these are a couple of topics, very small topics from the Python I'm going to cover in next 2 days. And I hope in next 2 days you will be comfortable to understand this concept and write some kind of piece of code in Python. Okay.
Yes.
And after that, after setting the foundation, this after 2 days in Python, then we will move into next topic, which is about LLM. I will talk about what is OpenAI, what is Cloud, what is some couple of Gemini model, which are the open source model, how to use it. Okay, they have API. So with the Python, whatever learning you have in Python, so how to use Python to call or use this LLM like ChatGPT using the application. Okay, so how to use the API. So you will do some practice, some hands-on around calling some API using Python. Okay. Then I will cover about LangChain. So LangChain is a very vast framework. It's a huge framework. So again, I'm not going to cover everything in next 7 days. It's not possible also to cover everything in LangChain, but I will give a kind of overview. Okay, a very brief overview that how to use LangChain, couple of API, and how you can use LangChain to call the LLM API. I will give kind of very short, brief overview. Okay, so that you will be able to use the LangChain, how to use the LangChain. Okay, and then I will give couple of idea about which is our target. So our goal is what? To build something, to build some one small agent. Okay, so I will give you a very brief idea about what is agentic AI, couple of things, and also I will cover very briefly about LangGraph. Again, LangGraph is also a very big, huge framework. So LangChain, LangGraph, it's a framework. It's a lot of things are to cover. Okay, so which I'm not able to cover in next 7 days. So I'm just going to give you the thing which is important for you, which you can use right now, and you can build something. Okay, so by end of the day, maybe in 7 days, 8 days, next 7 to 8 days, you will be able to build something. You will be able to experience what is Python, what is the LLM, what are the API, what is LangChain, what is agentic overview, how to think like agentic, how to build something, how to use LangGraph. So you will have some understanding. Okay, I'm not claiming that you will become expert in this all topic. It's not going to happen in next 2 days. Okay, but you will have some idea about that how to use these concepts. Okay, so this is my plan for next 7 days. Okay, so let us see how much you are comfortable, how much you can take this, how much you can learn from here. Let us see that. Okay. So let us start Python now. Okay. So see, Python is a language, as you know that, and there are a lot of concepts in Python. Okay, which I'm not going to cover all the concepts as I discussed. Okay. And here to teach you, I'm using I'm taking help of some traditionally, basically, I don't take help of LLM like ChatGPT to teach something, but here because we have a limited time, okay. So in the limited time, I'm using these tools like ChatGPT, Cloud, so that we can cover the time. And also, suppose you don't have a programming background, then also you will have some understanding that how to leverage this tool like ChatGPT, Cloud to get the work done. Maybe you don't have to be expert in Python. Maybe it will take some time it will you will learn going forward. But right now, how to use this tool so that even though you don't know very depth, but still you can write something. That is my intention. Okay. So I will use the ChatGPT and Cloud right now to start with the Python. Okay. So so for example, these are our topics. So first topic, let me again share my screen. So let me, okay, so, okay, again, let me share my screen, how to use Python. Okay, okay. So this is a topic I'm going to cover right now. Okay, so first of all, let us understand that if you suppose if you want to write Python code or you want to start something in Python, you need some tools. Okay, you need some tools, some software, some ID, something like that. You need some tools, some ID. I mean, you need some tool or software to write Python code. In order to write Python code, how to do coding, right? So in order to write a source code, Python code, you need some tool and software. Okay. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate first, that what other tools you need to use so that you can write Python code. Then we will start the Python. Okay. So the best and it's the most easy thing which you can start, anybody can start using Python is Google Colab. Okay. So Google Colab, it's a service by Google. Okay. You can say it's a software by yes, it's a service, it's a software by Google which provides you and it's a free. You don't have to pay for it. If you have a Google account, then you can easily access it, Google Colab Notebook, and you can start writing Python code straight away. You don't have to do any installation, any software, nothing. Okay. So you just start using this tool, this software, and you can start writing Python. This is one approach. Second approach is, and most people today in industry, most people use this tool, okay, this software just for POC, just for doing some POC or quick development. You don't have to install any software in your local. You just want to get started from day one. So and majority of people use Google Colab today. It's a free service and you can start writing something. Okay, this is the first approach. Second approach is the local installation. Okay, local installation where you can install Python. Python is a software itself. So you can install Python in your local machine. Okay, and you can start building writing code in your local. You don't have to use Google Colab. You can use your local machine, and in the local machine, there are some you need some tool like Python, like some ID. I will talk about that today. So you can start writing code in your local itself. Okay. So most of the developers, when we develop something in project in company, so most of the time you will use local installation. Okay. For development perspective, we use local installation. But for suppose I want to do some POC, I want to try something, I want to experiment something, then you have to use Google Colab. Okay. And suppose you have done the experiment and you want to build a product, you want to build a project. In that case, you can go with the local installation. So I will give you both the approach. Okay. I will show you both the approach, how you can use Google Colab and how to use local installation so that you can get started. Okay. So even right now, suppose you don't do local installation, no problem. You can try with Google Colab as well. But let us focus on both approach. Okay. So let me start with the Google Colab. Okay. Okay. Any question, by the way? If you have any doubt, any question, you can stop me anytime. You can interfere anytime and you can ask
No,
any question.
no, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So let's start now. First approach, Google Colab. How to use this free service by Google and how to start writing code. Okay, it's very simple. What you have to do, uh, I hope you have the Google account, right? So if you see that, if you open your Google account in a browser, you have to use a browser. Okay, it can be Chrome, it can be any browser. I mostly use Chrome. So if you can log into Google account, you can see that icon. I mean, once you successfully log in, okay, it will show the Google account. Okay, so That's a Google account. You have to come to this page, Google account, and you can see these are this icon, Google Apps. You have to just click here in Google icon, okay, and you can see there are Drive. So you have to go to Drive, Google Drive, okay. These all things are Google Apps which are free. It comes with your Google account. So go to Google Drive, okay. So you will see the Google Drive here, and go to My Drive, okay. So this is your drive, okay. This is a drive. So in the Google Drive, what you have to do, you can create a folder here, new folder, okay. And let's suppose I'm saying Python, any you can give any name, Python learning, anything you can give any name for create, okay. So it will create a Python learning folder. Just open this folder, okay. And in this folder, you can create a new file, okay. So just go to new button here, and you can see multiple options. Go to more, and there is a Google Colab repository. This option, okay. So again, I'm showing. So once you create the folder, go to new, create a Google Colab file. So it is called Google Colab file, okay. So you have to click this Google Colab file. So once you click this Google,
Sorry.
yeah, go
So
ahead.
I didn't get this.
Okay. So first
Google,
you go to, okay, first go to Google Drive, okay.
yeah,
In the
that,
Google Drive, you create a folder, any folder, let's say learning, okay.
yeah,
You come here, okay. So now you are at the Google Drive, okay, inside the Python learning folder. Okay, this till here it is okay.
yeah,
Okay. Now at
yes,
this location, there's a new button. You can see new button. So click the new button,
yes.
and here you have to create a file, Google Colab file. So this is the file I'm talking about, Google Colab file.
Okay.
Just
Can I? It's not shown on my this list. I'll
okay.
search it.
Okay, is it not showing for you? Okay. Maybe first time you have to enable it. Okay. Can you share your screen? One second. Let me solve
Just
this.
a minute. Something happened. Yeah.
Just share your screen. I will help
Yes,
you.
sir. Just a
Maybe
minute.
first time it is not installed. Maybe you need to install it.
So you have disabled screen
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah. 1 second. Uh, can you send a request? There should be some request to allow sharing.
No, it is showing host disable the attendance screen sharing. I'll just try to search again.
Okay. No, I think okay. You're not able to share the screen. Mm, okay. There should be some option to send request. You don't have any. You're not finding
Just a
any.
minute.
Okay. Okay. I got it. 1 second. Can you try now?
Yes, now I can. Yes, just a
Yes.
minute.
Yeah. Try.
Yeah, can you see, sir?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
So
So this is your drive.
yeah,
Click on new button. Yeah. Go to more. Okay.
yeah.
Just click on connect more apps. Yeah. Click on that. It is not connected basically. Now here search Google Colab. There's a search option. Search apps on top. Just type Google Colab. COLAB. Click enter. Yeah, first one. Just select install. Yeah,
First,
continue. Click continue. Did you click that? Okay.
yes.
Done. Okay. Now, okay. Cancel it. Yeah. Now go to new again. See whether it's coming or not. Yeah,
Yeah.
click on Google Colab. Yeah. Do you click that?
Yes, yes. It's getting load.
Okay, right. Yeah, then I think you're
Okay.
ready to
I'll
start.
disable it.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay.
Start sharing.
You can stop it sharing. I can go start. Okay, all right. So, okay. So once you have the Google Colab installed, then click here new and click create a file here. It will create a new file. It is opening. So basically it's a VM, okay? Technically it's a VM. So Google is giving you a remote machine, okay? And here you can give a file name, give some any name, your logical name. For example, anything you can write here, Python Day1, anything you can write here, something like that, okay? So once you see that, it will create here. You can see that it will create. You just refresh here. You can see that file is getting created. Okay, it's untitled. No problem. Okay, so here now, we'll close this. Okay, so here what? First thing you have to connect. Okay, there's a connect option. Okay, so if you connect here, then it will connect to remote machine. Okay, so you just click connect, then it will you will get the connection established with the remote machine. So actually, you can see here it is giving you a free machine. Like it has a RAM, it is a hard disk, okay, and it has a Python 3 installed already in this machine. Just assume that it's a remote laptop for you, okay. So Google is giving you a remote laptop with the RAM, with the hard disk, with the machine, with the CPU, and it has a Python already installed. You don't have to install manually, okay. So it has 1 GB of RAM,
Okay,
it
sir.
has 38 GB of hard disk, and it is giving you Python 3 already pre-installed, and you can get a start. That's all you have to do. So it's a machine for you given by Google for free, and you can start it. And you can see that this will be saved automatically. You can see that. Okay. So whatever change you will do it automatically, all the text will be saved here. Okay, and you can start writing it. So this is the first approach. Okay. So in Python, so it is called okay. How to use this software? So it is called cell. Okay, this is called cell. Okay, this option is called cell. So we write the code into cells. Okay, and you can create multiple cells. Okay, you can see there are two options: code and text. Okay, if you click on code, it will click new. It will create new cells like this, or you can also delete it. Okay, there's a delete option. You can see that. Suppose you can delete these cells if you don't if you don't want. You can like this. You can delete it. Okay. So in the code part, we write the Python code, and suppose you have a text. Okay. So in the text part, we write the documentation. Anything. For example, in the text option, we don't write code. It is just for some documentation. Okay. So you write. Suppose you just write here something. This is Python Day 1. So anything you want to write, it's just like a documentation, technical documentation. Okay, so it will appear like this. Okay, there are a lot of things you can play here. You can do in
Okay.
like in bold. You can do utilize. You can do tab. There are multiple things you could play with that. Okay, so this is just for text. This is only for documentation. Okay, and for the code, suppose I write here with code, so it will create a new cell, and here we write the Python. Okay, so the Python code will go here. Okay, all right. So this is how it will start, okay? And suppose I write some code. Suppose I write one simple code like print hello world, print hello world, okay, like this, okay? So once your code is done, then you have to run it, okay? So there's a run play icon. You can click this play run cell. It will run your code. Whatever code you have written here, it will start executing it. I mean, you can see the output. So it is saying print hello world. Okay, like this. So this way we write the code here in this cell and we click the run button, run icon, and it will run the code. It's very simple. Okay, and whatever you suppose you want to save it, you can do control S, it will save it, or otherwise it will save automatically. If you forget to do control S, no problem. uh, Google keep on saving automatically, but it's a good practice to do control S, otherwise it will save everything, you don't have to worry. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right. So now talk about uh, uh, the Python part. Okay, so I'm going to use this Google Colab just for learning purpose. Okay, these are all the concepts. Okay, now talk about what are the different concepts in Python which I have listed here. Okay, so first is the print statement. Okay, so how to use these all concepts? Okay, you don't have to remember. Okay, you have to just remember that what are the different topics I need to cover. Okay, so in Python, there's a print. You should have only concept that these are the concepts. For example, in Python, there's a print concept. There's a data type, there's a conditional statement, there's a range, there's a loop, there's a list, there's a tuple, dictionary, set, function lambda. Okay, so you should know only the topic. These are the topic which Python has. Okay, now how to use this topic? For example, print. Okay, I know that there's some print something in Python, but how to use print? So nowadays, because of we have a chat GPT, so what you do, for example, here I'm using Cloud. Okay, so here, you can actually these all concepts you can learn from this tool. Okay, how to use that? I'm giving some idea so that in future also you can learn. You don't need a teacher nowadays. Okay, so here you just set up a context that act as a Python expert and teach me the following topics in Python. Okay, and wait for the topic. So after this LLM is very easy to learn and wait for the topic which I am going to ask you. This is called system prompt. So I'm giving some instruction to LLM how to behave it. Okay. So okay. So now I'm treating my LLM as a teacher. So this will become as a teacher and an expert, and it will give all the detail. Okay. That's all. So I give the instruction that you have to act as a Python expert and teach me following topics. Now it will wait. Okay. So let us see. Great. Now it is ready. Okay. The context is ready. Now I want to learn about what is print, how to use print. Okay. So go there and just type, tell me how to use print and give me some sample code. Okay. Just you're giving some prompt here and it will give you all the detail about print. And that's what I will going to talk about, right? So this way you can use LLM to study something. Okay, so it will give a lot of idea about print, and then I'm going to discuss right now a lot of things. Maybe you don't have to learn everything right now, just how to use it. Okay, that's all. So it is talking about what is a print. Let me talk about. Okay, so print is a function in Python. I will talk about what is function in detail. I have a topic for that. What is function? I will cover later. But right now, uh, just just put in mind that print. There's some print in Python. So print is a kind of function. Okay, so print is for the fundamental function in Python. It is used for display something. Okay. So it's an inbuilt Python, it's inbuilt function in Python, which is used to display something, to print something on the console. So whatever you will put into print, it will display, it will show you some message. Okay. So how to use it? Simple. Just write a print, and it is called okay. This is called parenthesis. Okay. Let me decode it. Okay. So once we write a print, so it's very simple. How do we write it? Print. Okay, and then it is called parenthesis. You have to give parenthesis like this. Okay, so it's a opening and close both. Okay, so inside the parenthesis you have to write something, maybe some in the single quote. You can either use single quote It is called single quote or double quote like this. And you can put something, anything. You can write anything here, anything here, any text, anything here. Okay. So this is it's a very simple statement of writing print, and just run it. It will. So whatever you put here, it will display you. So every language has a display function. Okay. So you want to display something to user, so you can use print in Python. Okay. So this is a very simple way to using it. So it is giving a lot of idea for suppose print. I want to see a double quote. Suppose I want to give integer print 42. I want to print 42. So just type print any number, print 100. So it will show you 100. It is just display. Okay, nothing. It is not doing any calculation. It is just display. Simple. Anything you can write. Okay, or you can write multiple things. Suppose I want not only single. Suppose I want to write multiple things. Suppose this is Python. Okay, suppose I want to write second one. So put a comma here to separate two string, and then say Python is cool, something like that. You can separate by comma. Okay, so it will display both the string like this. Okay, so print is very simple. I will suggest you after the class or just write the same prompt. You can learn from here. Okay, how to use print. Just take this example. For example, this. Okay, I can write here. I can just copy here, and you can experiment. Suppose I can write a new cell here. Click code. Just paste here. Okay, and see how it is happening. Okay, so it's very simple. So generally how we use print just to display something. Very simple. Okay, nothing fancy about it. There are a lot of things happens. There are a lot of settings are there in print. We can do a lot of configuration, but that is not required. Okay, but for just right now, just for sake of a starting, you have to just build this concept. You have to write a print parenthesis and put anything here, some text. This is some any text. Okay, whatever you want to put here, just put it. That's all. So it will display something. That's all. So this is a use of print. Okay. There are a lot of things behind that. I'm not going to cover that detail, but it's very simple how to use print. Any question here? Any doubt here? How to use
No,
print?
sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Okay.
Yes.
Next is the data types. Okay. What are different data types? Very important concept. So let us ask this. Teach me about different data types in Python. Keep it simple and provide me some simple code. Okay, and assume I am beginner. Okay, so now it will teach you about data type. What are different data types? Let us understand. So this way you can leverage these tools. Yeah, so it's a number. I will talk about that. Number, string, boolean, list, tuple, dictionary. Okay, that's all. Okay, so let's understand one by one. Okay, okay. Data type. What is data type? And what is data type in Python? Okay, so let us understand this concept. So data type is let's suppose in any language, whether it's any kind of language. Okay, uh, because what happens, we have to deal with data. Generally, in language, we have to do some calculation, mathematical calculation, or some strings. Okay, so we have multiple kind of data. Okay, and that data depends upon the requirement, that what kind of requirement I have, whether I have two integers, I have to do decimal calculation, depending upon the use case, depending upon the requirement. So you can store data. Okay, because in language everything is about data. We are dealing with the data, right? So in the language, in order to work with data in any language, any language has a sub concept of data types. So data types is nothing but the type of data you want to deal with, you want to work with, or you want to calculate in the language. Okay. So what are different data types? For example, a number. Sorry, there are different data types. You have to remember all the data. For example, it has a number. Okay. So here it is talking about numbers. Okay. And number has multiple category. Integers. For example, it has integer number, whole number. It's a bit math here. It's a decimal number. Okay. So there are two types of numbers. Okay. So in numbers, we have int number. We call it integer. Integer. And we have a float or decimal. It is also called float, or it's also called decimal. Okay. So we have two types of numbers. Okay. So there are two types of numbers. It is called numerical data type. Okay, where we can represent any kind of numbers. Okay.
Okay.
So how to use it? Very simple. Uh, you have to use, for example, suppose I want to use any number. Okay. Then this is the case. Okay. So suppose I want to say suppose anybody has a salary. Suppose there's an employee, and I have to represent their salary. Okay. So I can write salary. Okay. And just assign some salary. Suppose 1,000, like this. Okay. So this 1,000. Okay. This 1,000 is a number. Okay. There are two things here. One second. So if I write like this, okay, salary is equal to 1,000. Okay. So this 1,000, which is the see here, we write a equal sign. Okay. So in the equal sign, there are two side of equal sign. One is the left side. Okay. This is the left side, and this is the right side. Okay. When we write equal, suppose anything we write here, suppose we're writing a cell is equal to 2,000, right? So equal to this side, there one side, left side of equal and right side. Okay. So this side is called variable. We call it variable. Okay. So here salary is a variable. If I like this, okay. So the sal is called variable. We call it variable. Okay. So in order to store something, what is variable, by the way? The concept of variable is like this. So if we write a variable, what is variable? Okay. So variable is it's a container. You can assume like it's a container. For example, suppose I want to hold a water. I need a glass. I want to hold, suppose, any food. I need a plate. Okay. I need to hold chapati. I need some kind of container to hold chapati. So anything you want to hold something, you need a container. And in the container is going to contain. Okay. So this here, the cell, whatever you're writing here, so this is called container. It's a variable. I can write here, like, for example, I can write I is equal to 4. Okay. So 4 is the data type, 4 is a number, and I is a variable. Okay. So in order to store any data type, we need a variable. So this is the concept. Okay. So in order to store any data type, we need a variable. So this is the concept of variable and data type. Any doubt here? So
No,
data
sir.
data type is your real content. For example, your chapati, your bread, your egg, your water, your milk. So that is a data type. Okay. But in order to contain it, in order to store that data type, that data, I need some variable. I need some container. So that is called variable. So for example, here, if I write salary is equal to 1,000, okay, or I suppose I write age, I want to store age. Age is equal to 32. So this age, which I'm writing here, it's a variable, and 32 is a integer data type. Okay. Suppose I want to write, if I write I is equal to, suppose I is equal to 2.3, 2.4. So my real data is 2.4. Okay. But I'm storing 2.4 into I. So this I is my variable. You got this point? So
Yes,
suppose
sir. Yeah, it's clear.
I created a salary, I created an age, I created I. Okay. Now I have three variables. Okay. I have three variables. I have a salary variable, I have a age variable, I have a I variable. Okay. And this variable name, how to write a variable name, there's some rule behind that, okay? But it can be any, you can write anything, any text. It should be all be a text, okay? Or any character.
Okay.
So suppose I have a salary now, okay? I want to show the salary. Okay, so how to show that? Using print. Just write a print and just write salary. Okay, so whatever salary is containing, what it is containing, it is containing 1000, it will print 1000. 1000. Suppose I want to show age. Just type age, it will show age. It will display the age 32. Suppose I want to display I. What is the I variable? So it will display 2.4. Okay, so we have some data type we store into variable, and then we can use that variable anytime. I can display it, I can do some calculation on variables. Okay, let's suppose I have two numbers. Suppose I want to add two numbers in Python. For example, 4 plus 2. In maths we do 4 plus 2, right? So 4 plus 2 becomes 6. So in the coding, how I can do? So I have two variable, 4 and 2. So first I need to store. Okay, first I need to store 4 separately and 2 separately. So here I'm storing, suppose I writing I is equal to 4. Okay, so I is my first variable, which is storing 4 number. And then suppose I'm writing j is equal to 2. So j is storing 2 number. Okay, so I have two variable now, I and j. I is storing 4 and j is storing 2. Okay, now I want to add these two numbers. So how to add these two numbers? I do I will we will learn that. Okay, I plus j. So plus is as operator, we call it operator. We will discuss to add two numbers, just like a mathematic, we do the mathematical calculation. So this way I can add two numbers, and after adding two numbers, you will get a new number, right? For example, 4 plus 2, you will get 6. So after calculation, like plus, minus, multiplication, whatever do, you will get some new things, some new data point, right? So in whatever you're getting a new data point, you're gonna store back. So I need another variable, suppose k, to store it. Okay. So I have I variable 4, I have j variable 2. I added I and j, and whatever response, whatever output I got, I saved, I stored into k variable. So this is what happening here. Okay. So you are you are creating one variable with I and j. You're adding them. You're getting a new result, and that result is getting saved into variable k. And then you can suppose I got this. I want to print. I want to show the what is the sum, and then print k. So it will show the result of addition 6. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So here you learn the basic thing that what is variable. You can create multiple variable I, j, k, salary, name. You can give some proper variable name. Okay, and in the variable it is going to store some data, which is called data types. Okay, it is going to store numbers, integers. Integers are like in math you have read, right, whole number, right? The whole number which having no fraction. For example, 1, 2, 200, which is having no fraction. That is called integer, int number. Okay, and which is the which having the float like decimal. For example, 2.4, it's a decimal number. It is called fraction number, or uh, float. It is also called float number, decimal number, fraction number, which having some decimal in that. Okay, it's just a pure math. Okay, nothing, no
Okay.
language here. Okay, so there are two types of number: integer number and float number. And how to create, these are called data types. How to create those data types? We need a variable, and inside the variable we can store it, and I can print it. I can do all the calculation. I can do plus, minus, all operation. Okay, so this is way to create variable to store numbers, integer or float. Any doubt here? Any questions here?
No, sir, it's very clear.
Yeah, so this is what it is doing. Age is 25. Age is a variable. 25 is my integer data type. Year is my variable. It is my data type. Negative number, minus 10. It can be positive. It can be negative also, just like a math. And then I'm printing it. I'm printing age. I'm printing age. Okay. Type, I will talk about what is type here. Just ignore right now. Okay. This way I'm printing it. Okay. For decimal number, for float number, which having a fraction, the price, it is, I can give a price, which is a fraction. Temperature, it can be positive, it can be negative, both. And pi, the value of pi, 3.14, okay? These are the fraction number, and then I'm printing it, okay? Very simple. So these are called numerical data type, integer data type, and float data type, okay? Next thing is a string data type. Okay, what is string? So a string is anything which have a textual information. Suppose you're writing some paragraph, you're writing some story, you need some text, you need some paragraph, right? So that is called string data type. It is called str. Okay. So how to create str is very simple. For example, suppose I want to store somebody name. I want to store somebody name. So how to store that? I need to use double quote like this. Okay. Or also single quote is also option. You can either use single quote or double quote, and you can store anybody name like something like that. Okay, or full anything you can store. Okay, and then suppose you store it, you want to print it, then just type print and the variable name, which is name. It will show your variable name, which is uh, whatever match. Okay, something like that. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
this is how we create a string. You can use double quote or single quote also. You can do both. Okay, name, city, message, and you can do print. Okay, okay. So this is how we create variable string. Okay, there are some multiple operation. I will talk about how to, there are multiple operation we can do in data type. We will discuss later. But just right now we understand that how to create these variables, how to create these data types. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then there's a Boolean type. Okay. So Boolean type is kind of it's a flag, like it's a true, it's a false. So it has only two value. Boolean can be either true or false. Okay. So how to create Boolean? So Boolean is nothing but Boolean is like true and false. It has only two possible values. Either something can be true or either it can be false. No middle way, right? So how to create booleans in data type in Python? Very simple. Give any name, for example, any variable name, and assign with true, true. Okay. So now you can print k, so it become variable type. Print k, true. Very simple. It is coming six. Achha, k is already. Give me some different name. Suppose kk. It will print you true. Okay. And suppose I make it false, so it will print the false. It's very simple. So, okay, it has only two value, true and false. Is, for example, I want to store some flag, whether it's is engineer, it's student. In some cases, I have some flag, right? So I can use true or false. Very simple. Okay. So we cover Boolean type, true and false. We cover string type. We cover numerical type, integer and fraction number, and how to store it, how to create variable, and how to print it. Okay. Till here, any confusion, any doubt you have?
No, sir. No, sir. Everything is good.
Okay. You can practice it later. Okay. This everything.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So right now we cover basic one, Boolean. We have covered. Let me show that. So we have covered in data type. We have covered numerical data type. Okay. We have covered string data type, how to use it, and we have covered Boolean data type. Okay. Apart from that, these are called simple data types. Okay. These three are called simple data type. These are simple data type. Very simple. Okay. Apart from that, there are more data type. Okay. For example, which I'm talking about here, like this one. Okay. So list, tuple, dictionary sets. Let us understand these four things. Okay. Okay. So what is the difference between others? Okay. So, for example, list. Let me talk about list. Okay. So, as of now, if we have noticed, for example, I'm storing integer, I'm storing float, I'm storing string, I'm storing true false, right? So here you can see that just if I ask you that salary, okay. So can you tell me if I'm writing salary is equal to 1,000? So if I ask you this question, that how many salary you have right now? I mean, for this statement, How many salary you can see here?
1,000 for one.
Yeah, the value is 1,000, but how many salary?
Like its information is not given.
Okay, 1 second. Let me phrase this question. Suppose my requirement is I want to store three employees. I have three employees. Okay, I want to store three employees' salary. This is my requirement. Okay, so how I can do it? So I suppose I have three employees, employee one, employee two, employee three. I want to store their salary. Okay, so how I can do that? So I can do like this: employee one, EMP1 sal is equal to suppose 2,000. Okay, EMP2 sal suppose 3,000. EMP3 sal suppose 8,000. Right? So now if I ask you how many salary you see,
One.
three salaries.
No. You're asking about this statement. Three.
1 second. I'm asking about this one. If I write this, okay,
Yeah.
so you can, if I just give me the count, how many employees' salary you are storing here?
Three.
Three employee, right? You have three employee, you have three variables. Employee one, employee two,
Yes.
employee three. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I can print. Suppose I want to print this everything. I can print. I can print employee one like this, right? So, in order to store three different employee salary, how many variables were you using? Can you tell me? Can you tell me here? How many variables you're using to store three different employee salaries?
Three variables.
Three variables. You have three variables:
Yeah.
EMP1 salary, EMP2, EMP3. So here I have three variables to store three different EMP salary. Right? This is what happening right now. Okay. But if I ask you, no, I don't want three different variable to store three employee salary. I just want, I want just one single variable, one single variable to store three EMP salary. Okay. This is what I want now. Okay. I don't want three different variables. I want in single variable, and single variable can hold multiple data. This is what I
Yeah.
want. Got the requirement? Okay. Earlier, we were using single variable to store single data. One single variable, single data, single variable, single data. But right now, I want single variable, but it can hold multiple data. Is it possible? For example, suppose uh, drawer, right? In one drawer, you can put multiple items, right? Suppose you have one purse, and in one purse, you can put multiple credit cards, multiple cards, multiple things. So you have just one purse, but one purse is containing multiple items. It is not that I have three cards, so I will have three different wallets. I have three different different purse. One purse for HDFC Bank, one for Axis Bank. Not like that. In single one purse, I had three different cards. Okay, so this is a requirement. So in that case, if we have that case that I want single variable, but I want to contain multiple data point, then in that case we use with list. Okay, so list suggests that it's a list. It is not a single thing. It's a multiple thing. It's a list of items. Okay, so in that case we go with list. Okay, you got the context that this numerical string boolean are single data type. It is storing single data type. It's a single variable, and it is storing single data type. But in this case, like list tuple, we can store multiple data points inside a single variable. So you have that use case, then you can go with list tuple dictionary and set. Okay. So this is the difference between simple data type and complex data type. This is called complex data type. You got this. You got the difference. You got the basic difference. What the basic difference is? Any doubt here? Any questions here? Uh, I think you're on mute. Any doubt here? Or you okay? You got the understanding? I think you're on mute. Hello? Okay. So this is a basic understanding or basic difference, okay? And let us understand how to use list now. I hope you got the context, okay? When to use simple data type and when to use complex data type, okay? So list, okay? So what is list? So list, we store collection of items. We store multiple items in the list. Okay? Yeah, Julie, are you back, right?
Yes, yes. So sorry, sir. Internet is something.
Okay, okay. So let us start. Let us understand about list. So as we discussed, list is where we can store multiple items, collection of items, not a single item. Okay. Then we
Yeah.
use list. Okay. So how to use a list? Suppose I want to create a list of fruits. I have multiple fruits. Okay. I want to store in single variable. So how to do that? So very simple. Suppose in this case, okay. Suppose I have multiple salary. I want to store the multiple salary. Okay. So instead of creating three different variable, I will just create single variable, and in the single variable itself, I will add multiple items. Okay. For example, like suppose if I create like this, if I say EMP salary, EMP underscore sal, okay, and here I will add multiple salary. So how to create multiple items? So for that we have to use this bracket sign, okay, like this, and you can add multiple. For example, first has salary of 2000, comma. You have to just put keeping comma, and you can keep adding like this. Okay. So now this EMP salary, we have just one single variable, which is EMP underscore salary, and this single variable is holding three different data types. Okay. So that is what it is called list. And if you want to print it, you just write a print here, print. Okay. So it can display you the list. So let me run this. So it can show you the list of items, list of salary, 2000, 3000, 5000. Okay. So like this, in the list, I can store anything. I can store integers, or suppose I can add float. Suppose I have three dot, suppose four, five. You can add anything. Suppose float. So, okay. So I have integers, I have float both. Or let's suppose I want to add, yeah, suppose I want to create uh, suppose I have three employee. I want to create three employee name, EMP names. So suppose I'm giving some string value. Suppose Rakesh, or I'm just giving some dummy name, Ajay, Priya, anything. Okay, like this. So now here I'm storing three employee name, and these are the string. Okay, all the data are a string, and just click it, run it, and you can print the names, all the names, print names, and click it will display it. Okay. So you can say that I can store multiple items inside a list, multiple salary, multiple employee name, multiple items. Okay. So whenever you have a multiple items to store, you can use list. Okay. And like this, let's suppose I'm creating fruits, multiple fruits. So this bracket, and here I'm just keeping multiple name by comma. You have to separate by comma. So it's a list of fruits. It's a list of a string, all the containing a string, then all the numbers, and also do a mixing. Okay, there's no rule here. In the list, you can contain anything. You can contain integer, it can contain numbers, it can contain string. You can do all the combination. So list has in the Python, there's no restriction. You can put anything inside a list, anything. Okay, so like this, you can print it. Okay, any questions here?
Yes. No,
Okay,
it's clear.
so there are couple of property here. Okay, so we understand how to create list. Okay, so one thing, there are a couple of things you should remember, that list is a ordered or changeable. Okay, there are two things. List is ordered and changeable. Okay, order means what happens. Okay, what is the meaning of orders? Let us understand. So list is ordered and changeable. Okay, so there are two important property of list. Okay, order means, what is mean by order? Okay, that uh, let's suppose mm, suppose you have added something. Okay, suppose you adding, suppose the queue, right? The queue system. Okay, suppose you adding the first person, then second person, then third person. You are maintaining an order. Okay, so suppose you added in that fashion, that the first is, suppose here, for example, suppose the first person is a Rakesh, second person is a Ajay, and third person is a Priya. Okay, so list maintain its order. Okay, if I print the same thing, it will print in the same order. Okay, so internally what happened, this is a property of list. It maintains the order. Okay, I mean, in the what order you added, you will get in the same order, not in random. Okay, let's suppose I have three person. Okay, and three persons are waiting in a queue. So the first person first came, then second person came, the third person came, right? So if I get back, so I will get the same order. So first, second, third. So I mean, it is called technically it is called insertion order. Okay, we call it insertion order. Insertion order. Okay, so you will whatever order you are inserting, you are adding, you will get back the same order. You will not get a different order. Okay, this is called ordered. So it maintains the order. In the what order you added the items in the list, you will get back the same order. It will not change. Okay, it will not happen that I added Ramesh first, then I will get Priya first. Suppose I added Rakesh here, then I will get Priya when I'm printing it. It will not happen. Okay, so in what order you have added, you will get the same content. If you want to retrieve it, you will get in the same order. It is called order. Okay, so it maintains the order. So you will get back the same order once you print it or once you retrieve it. Okay, you got the concept?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, and next is the changeable. Okay, so you can change it. Okay, suppose here, suppose I have one item, I have one employee name. First is Rakesh, Ajay, Priya. Okay, and I thought that I want to change something. I made some mistake. Okay, the name is not Rakesh. Name is suppose Mahesh. By mistake, I added Rakesh, but suppose I want to make the correction, I make the edit, I want to change it. So you can change it. Okay. So list allow you to change something. It is not like a read only. It's not only that you cannot make correction. If you added something later on, you can update your entry inside the list. Okay. So it gives you two flexibility. It maintains the order. Okay. And also you can change something inside the list. So they are two important property. Okay. How to change it? Okay. Let us understand how we can change it. Okay. So how to change? Suppose I have a Rakesh here. I want to change Mahesh from Rakesh to Mahesh. How to change it? Okay. So for the change, if you really want to understand the change, okay. So for that, you have to first understand the concept of index. Okay, index in list. This concept you have to understand. Okay, what is index? Okay. For example, here you can see that I have three employee names, okay, Rakesh, Ajay, Priya, okay, and it maintains the order. Okay, so what happens? It is like a uh, it is like a numbering system. Okay, it's like a we are giving a number. Okay, whatever atom we're adding inside a list, we're giving a number. Okay, so I can say that Rakesh is at the first number because it's the first person he's added. After Rakesh, we're adding Ajay. So Ajay is a second number. It's a number system. Okay, who came the first, who came the second, who came the third. So list maintain a number system. Okay, so because Rakesh is added first, so Rakesh got the first number, Ajay got added second, so Ajay got a second number, and Priya got added third, so Priya has a third number. So it gives a sequence number or ordering number or number to you. Okay, which is called index. This is called index. Okay, so list maintain an index interval. So once you adding the element or item in the list, every item got some position. It's a first position, it's a second position, the third position. They maintain a position interval. Okay, and that position is called index. So technical term in language is an index. We call it index. Okay, so you got what is index? What is index in a list? So index is just a
Yes, sir.
positioning. We are giving a position to every element. The element which are we adding inside the list, we are giving a position. We are giving a number to all the elements. Okay, that is called index. Okay, so if I ask you what is the index for Rakesh, at what position Rakesh is there?
It's a number one starting.
Starting, right? It's the first position.
Yes.
What is the position for Priya?
Priya, it's a third or last.
Third and last. What is the position for
Yeah.
Ajay?
Middle and
The
second.
second position, right?
Yeah.
So we can say that, right? So here
Yeah.
now, if I ask you position of Rakesh is equal to 1. Okay. Similarly for Ajay 2 and Priya 3. Okay. But in language, this position, in human language, we start with the one position, first, second, third. Okay, this is our human tendency. Everything which is the first, we give a first number, second number, third number. Okay. But in case of language, it is not like that. Okay. In the language, we start with the zero. Okay, so in language, we start the position with the zero. This is how the language works, okay, with zero. In humans, we start the position with a one. This is what we have trained, one, two, three, four, like that, okay? But in computers, they start from zero. So anything which is the first position, computer will understand it's a zero position. You got the idea? Now tell me with this concept, so what is the
Yes,
position
sir.
for Ajay now? Zero,
Ajay is one.
one position. So it's a zero. Okay. This person is a zero. This is zero index, one
Yes.
index,
Yes.
two index,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this way we find the concept of index. So index always start from the zero, one less. Okay. So I hope you got the concept of indexing. What is the index? So index is just a position.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
it always start with the zero, not from the one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I hope this concept is clear. Now,
Yes.
suppose I want to pull, okay, suppose I want to get the Rakesh, okay, from here, okay. So how to pull, okay, it is called retrieval process, okay. Suppose I want to pull some data, I want to pull or I want to retrieve some data from the list. Okay, this is what I want to do. Okay, first I created something. I created my list like this detail. I want to pull back. I want to get the. Suppose you have a purse. You have multiple cards. Okay, so you put the multiple cards. Now you want to pull the card from the your purse. So how to do that? Okay, so pulling we do with the indexing. So we apply indexing concept to pull something. We use indexing. Okay, that's why indexing is important. Okay, so how to do that? So let us understand. For example, for this employee name, I want to get the Priya. I want to pull Priya name. Okay, so how to do that? So this is the syntax. So this is the my variable name, emp name. Okay, emp, whatever, emp, give the variable name, okay, for example, emp name, okay, and then the square bracket, okay, and give the index number. So what is the index for Priya? 0, 1, 2, 2, right? So here 2, pull that, write 2 here, okay. So if you're writing this code, it means that you are trying to pull the element from employee name at index 2. So the items which are index 2, you are pulling them. So at 2, who at 2? 0, 1, 2, Priya, right? So this will give you Priya, okay? And you can store somewhere. You're getting some result, right? You store some in some variable. So from the employee, you're pulling an item at index 2, you got item, and you are storing back into some variable. So this is what the meaning of this sentence. You got the idea of this sentence, what the sentence is doing?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You're pulling the second index item and you assign into X. Okay. Now you can print, suppose I want to show the name. Okay. So I can print X. What I got? Print X. Print X. This I want to display this X name. So it should give me Priya. Okay. It is showing Priya. Okay. If I say 0, 1, if I say 0, I mean I'm pulling the first element. So who is the first? Rakesh. If I say 0, 1, 1, and second, the element at second index. So who is the second? Ajay. Okay. So this way you can play with the index. You have to give the index numbers. You have to always start with a 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, like that.
Okay.
You got the idea? Okay. So here for this name, I have just only three index, 0, 1, 2. Let's suppose by mistake, if I say 3, then what will happen? Okay. Because I have only 0, 1, 2. I don't have any 3, right? So if you give anything which is not in the list by mistake, it will give error because this 3 is not there, right? It's out of range. Your range is only from 0 to 2, right? You have only 0, 1, 2, right? 0, 1, 2. And you're trying to pull something which is not in the range. So it will give you some error. Okay. So you have to be very
Yes.
careful whenever you're pulling something with the index. If something index is not there in the list, which you're pulling outside the range, it will give you out of range error. Okay, you can only pull those items which are there. Which is not there, you cannot pull. If you try to pull by mistake, you have to give, it will give you error. You got this concept?
Yes, sir.
This way we can pull the item. Okay, so you learn about the concept of list, about indexing. What is indexing? How to pull the item from the list, like using this. Okay, you got the item, you're just pulling it. Priya. Okay. Now let's suppose my requirement is that I want to change the name of, suppose by mistake I put Rakesh, but it should be Mahesh. Let's suppose. Okay. I want to change the name. Okay. So how to change the name? Okay. It is called updation. So this one is called retrieval. Okay. This one which I'm doing right now, it is retrieving. Okay. This is the retrieval process. I'm retrieving some. I'm not updating anything. Okay. I'm just fetching. I'm just fetching the item. I'm not updating anything. Okay. Now suppose I want to update from Rakesh to Mahesh. So how to update? Okay. Now I'm going to update. Okay. So same concept, emp, your variable name. Okay. And your index. So what is the index of Rakesh? 0, right? It is at 0 place, Rakesh. So give the index here 0. Okay. And here assign the new name. I want to assign here what Mahesh. So this is called updation. This statement is called updating something. Updation. You're updating. Okay. See, you can see the difference. This is a statement and this is a statement. Here you are fetching. You're not updating. You are fetching some item and you're assigning into X new variable. It is called fetching. Here you are updating. You're not reassigning. Okay, you are for the employee at zero location, you are updating new item. I mean new name. It is called updation. If I run this, okay, and suppose if I pull, uh, if I say employee name at zero, if I pull like I say print emp underscore name at zero, okay. So because I have updated from Rakesh to Mahesh, it will show me Mahesh. See now Mahesh it is. If I print my employee, whole list, print emp underscore name, I'm printing the entire list. So now you can see updated. So it was Rakesh earlier, now it has become Mahesh.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this way you can pull, you can fetch, you can update. Okay. This is what it is. This is what it is talking about. Okay. It is accessing the item. It is pulling. Okay. So fruits had, see what the fruit? Apple, banana, orange. Okay. So it is zero. It's a zero index. Zero, banana one, orange two. Zero, one, two. Right. Now here I'm saying fruits zero. I'm just pulling it. I'm not updating. Right. So it will give me apple because at zero it's an apple. Fruits one, banana. So this part is just accessing and up fetching the item. Okay. Now this item is the updating. Now here what I'm doing, fruits zero is equal to mango. I need the data which are at zero index, which is apple right now. I'm assigning with the mango. So here I'm just changing the item. So now after updation, the output will become the fruit will become what? It was apple. Now it become mango, banana, orange. So I updated the apple from apple to banana mango like this. So did you get the concept? What is indexing? How to create list?
Yes,
What
sir.
is
I
what is
got it.
indexing? How to fetch the
Yes.
item and how to update the
Yes.
item inside the list. This is what we covered today. Okay. There are a lot of things I will cover later, but this is very pretty much very I would say very common. How to create a list, how to access item, how to update the list, how to print the list. Okay, this much you
Okay,
have
sir.
to understand. Okay. Next is a tuple. I think time is over, so maybe tomorrow I will cover that. Okay, so tuple dictionary state orders. Okay, this I think you
Okay,
also can.
sir.
Okay, you can also try here. You can learn. So just learn. You
Okay.
just run this. Just copy this. Copy paste. Just copy this. Come here. Create a code and just run this and try to understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you
Okay,
can
sir.
also do that. Okay, otherwise I will cover tomorrow. So today I have just covered this much. What is print? What is variable? What is numerical? What is string? What is boolean? And what is a list? Okay. The next I have to cover tuple dictionary set because this is very and this one is very important portion of your programming. Okay, your data type, your numerical, string, boolean, list, tuple, dictionary. This should be very sound, very strong. Other part is very
Okay.
simple, but this portion is
Okay.
it should be very strong. Okay. So uh, I will suggest you you just this way you can learn from chat GPT. Okay. You just copy here, copy from here, go there, and in a new cell just type something. Okay. And you will get some idea. You can do some practice. Okay. So I will
Okay,
suggest
sir.
you tomorrow you practice for this one. Okay. You practice for data types, numerical,
Okay, sir.
string, boolean, list, tuple. Though I am not touch tuple, but try to understand. Okay. So your job is
Okay, sir.
tomorrow. You just learn it. Okay. This four item I will share in the
Yeah.
chat. Okay. So
Okay,
data type,
sir.
try to at least practice data type. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and you can use Google Colab like this, and you can start practicing.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Then maybe tomorrow I will cover that.
Okay.
The simple case loop. Okay. I will cover tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
this is all for tomorrow.
Um,
Today I will cover tomorrow. Okay. And
Sir,
practice.
if you want tomorrow, we can have class little early.
Yeah. Let
If you
us.
want,
Right.
just
Let us
let
start
me know.
by
Just ping
okay
me.
7:30. Let us okay. Let us see. Okay. Tomorrow.
Because I'm free whole. Like I don't have much work,
Okay.
so like according to
Okay. Fine. Okay.
you
Yeah.
can
I will
just send
update.
me a text.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good night. Take care.
Good night.